Hello, and welcome to our Teen and Tween kit demo with the Public Library of Brookline. My name is Robin, and I'm the Teen Librarian at the Public Library of Brookline in Brookline Village. And I'm here today to show you all how to make a miniature snow globe. Let's get started. For this kit, you're going to have a small snow globe with a screw top. And then you'll have two options to put inside: a white bunny or a very small evergreen tree, and you can use both or you can choose one. There will be snow glitter in the back and a large container of clear Elmer's glue, and then a much smaller container of waterproof glue. And this is what you'll need to use to glue things inside the snow globe. And then we've also given you a pair of tweezers to help you position everything, and a silver Sharpie to decorate the outside, and a wooden stick to help you maneuver things around and bring in glue. You'll also need to provide a cup and something to pour the water into the snow globe. Now, one thing to make sure to know about this particular kit is that after the first step, you will need to wait 24 hours. And that is because you'll need to wait for the glue to dry before you can add the water inside the snow globe. So just be aware of that and do the first step, and then you'll have to wait a day and then come back to it. Now, with your small snow globe, it has a flat bottom, so that helps be easy to set up. And then you want to grab your waterproof glue with a small tub. Now, it's pretty liquid, so it's going to take a little bit of work to get everything to stick where you want it to. And then you can decide if you want to use the white rabbit or the tree or both. It can be a little bit of a squeeze to get them both in there, but you can do it. And then just so you know, for the white rabbit, if you try to put the rabbit in with the tail end first, it's hard to get in. But if you turn it around and put the head in first, you can just pop it through the opening, as you can see there. And you'll be able to maneuver it inside the globe as you need to. So you can use your tweezers, and that will help you maneuver around the rabbit. Once you get a handle on it, you can change the position, you can move it around and figure out where you're going to want to put your rabbit. And then you can use the wooden stick to get a little bit of glue and put it on the bottom of the globe. And as I said, this is a pretty liquid glue, so it's not going to be too kind of stiff, which will make it a little harder sometimes to get everything to stick where you want. But don't worry if you get a little bit of glue on either the rabbit or the tree. It'll still work just fine, and it won't really show up because it dries clear. And then you can use the tweezers to move around the rabbit so they stick into the little puddle of glue that you've made. And you can see now that's stuck to the bottom, and there's a little pool of glue that will keep it secure to the bottom of the globe. You can make adjustments for a while. Since this glue takes a while to dry, you have time to set everything up. Now with the tree, you can actually add the glue directly to the bottom since you have that nice little wooden base. And that lets you add it a little more controlled. And then you can pop the tree through the top opening of the snow globe. Once you stick the tree through, it can take a little bit of maneuvering, especially if you're putting both of them into one globe, just to get it to the right point on the bottom. So use the tweezers if you need to, and if that is a little more hard, you can also use the wooden stick. That's another way to maneuver things around. So we give you both options just to help you get it set up. So you can see here, these are now both stuck to the bottom. Now before you set the glue to dry, one thing you can do is take a little bit of glitter from inside the pouch and then stick it to the glue on the bottom, so that'll make sure that some of the glitter just stays on the bottom of the globe. And you can see there's a little layer now around the rabbit here. And now you have to wait for 24 hours to make sure that the glue actually dries. For the next step, you want to mix the glitter together. Now the glitter is easier to pour if you have something that has a spout, so if you have a measuring cup, or in this case this is a little syrup container, then that will help you pour everything. And then you're going to mix the Elmer's glue, the clear glue that's in the bigger container, just with some water. And this will all depend on how much you want the glitter to float. And we would say don't add the glue so that it's more than half of inside of the globe, because then it will just take too long for the glitter to settle and it will be too thick basically, so it'll look a little strange. So I would mix it inside the container. You can and use the wooden stick to mix it and see how viscous you want it, how much you want the glitter to float. You'll always be able to add more water later if you want to make it more loose. And then you put the glitter into that same container or bowl and stir that thoroughly so that the glitter is completely mixed inside the water and the glue. And you just want to make sure that it's well mixed so that there's no stray pieces of glitter and that all the glitter is suspended. And that will also give you a good sense of what it will look like once it's inside the globe. You'll be able to see how it moves and how the glitter floats and or settles. So take your time and make sure that you've got it about the right way that you want it so that it looks good to you. And now once the glue is dry, in this case we're just using a tree, the tree is glued firmly to the bottom, and then you just want to pour your glitter and water and glue inside the globe. And that will show you what it will look like. Now once you've mixed it, you might want to add a little more water to the bottom of your container to get all of the glitter out. Glitter does have a tendency to stick to things, and since you've been mixing it with glue, it'll stick to the edges. So just scrape down the sides and make sure that you get all of the bits and pieces inside the globe so you have the full glitter effect that you want. Then once you're ready, you want to screw the top onto the globe and give it a test run. So make sure that it's tightly sealed and then give it a shake. And now as you can see, there's some bubbles inside this particular globe. So if that happens, you'll just want to try to fill it as much as you can. So if you unscrew the top, you can keep adding water, and I would more add water than I would add glue because you don't want it to get too thick, but make sure it's all the way up to the top as much as you can, and make sure that the paper seal is still inside the cap so that nothing will leak. And then screw the top back on, and as you can see there's much smaller bubbles there, and you can keep working on that. You don't have to seal the top completely until you get it so that there's very few air bubbles. And then finally, you can take your silver Sharpie and decorate the outside of the globe however you like. As you can see here, I was just drawing some little snowflakes onto the outside of the container. And you can draw whatever you want. You could draw little figures, you could draw other shapes, anything you like. Just keep in mind that you don't want to obscure, of course, the outside of the globe to make sure that you can still see through it and get the full glitter effect in the way that you want. And then once you're satisfied with how it looks, you are all done and you've got a nice miniature snow globe that's all yours. I hope you enjoy it, and you can pass it on as a present to someone, or you can keep it for yourself and enjoy a glittering snow theme. Thank you all so much for making your kit with us today. We would love to see what you made with your kit, so please feel free to share your project with us on social media using the hashtag BRKLIB2Go. The Tween and Teen Kit Program is generously sponsored by the Friends of the Brookline Public Library and the Brookline Library Foundation.